So, like I said, I'm gonna expose a place in Columbia, PA, Columbia Avenue. It's called St. Anne's Retirement Community. Let's get into this. So I have someone, I know a few people that work there. And I'll tell you what, they like to lie. St. Anne's is a liar. It's supposed to be a Catholic place. But they lie that they don't have money and all that. But you keep building, and it's billions of dollars. And now they're expected to be doing a roof this coming spring, summer, or whatever. And that's supposed to be a multi-billion-dollar roof. But you don't have money to pay your employees, right? What about the residents that are all peed up and your CNAs ain't doing their jobs? They're just lazing around, taking multiple breaks, long breaks. Oh. And heard you have a resident that, she fights to eat and you give up and she don't get fed and she's getting thinner and thinner and thinner. You got people hired there that treat each other like crap or treat good employees like crap. And we're talking about CNAs and all that. Ridiculous. They fighting each other in the hallway in front of residents and their guests. Their families. Very professional, right? You don't fire them, though. You got cameras, everybody. And then you threaten to terminate an employee because she can't make it to work because of bad weather. Oh, you missed one more day. We're going to terminate you. Why? Because she can't make it to work. She called in. He calls in and hey. Can't make it to work. But you say you got a way to get people to work if they can't drive to work because of bad weather. You told that person that, hey, next time, call. Get you a ride, bad weather. And you tried to say an area wasn't bad because Columbia and Lancaster wasn't bad. Each area is different, my friends. Each area is different. And then you want to threaten after she called or he called. And then you lied. Oh, they only do that for night shift. But they're telling different. Saying you said different. Yeah. Sounds like a lawsuit to me, my friends. So for those that have been threatened, for the she that have been threatened because you couldn't get there because of bad weather, and then they denied to give you a ride because they thought it wasn't bad enough, lawsuit wrote you up. And they said to you, and here's another thing, St. Anne says, oh, we're giving you a verbal write-up. When's verbal a piece of paper that you got to sign? I mean, any job that I worked at, if you got a verbal, they just told you. Hey, I'm just letting you know, that's a verbal warning write-up, verbal. I never had to sign a piece of paper. I said, okay, sign. But let me tell you something. If they write you up for something you don't agree with, ask them first. If I don't sign this, what will happen? If they say threaten about all the possible termination, you sign it then, but under duress, and you can take that to court. You can take that to court. And there's plenty of lawyers, everybody. Plenty of lawyers that'll fight that. So, just saying, St. Anne's is bad. Horrible place. And they put on a front that it's a good place and all that, and all this stuff and that. And it's Yeah, people, you favoritism, St. Anne's. Favoritism. That's not a job. Come on, wake up. You can't favoritism people. You can't. I don't care if they're your family. I don't care if they're relatives. I don't care what they are or your friends. You can't favoritism at a job. You can't. That's any job. You can't favoritism. That right there is a lawsuit. It is. Because each person should be making so much money. Each person should be making the right amount of money as everybody else. Now, if you come up in the line, yeah. If you've been there for years, I could see where the money could be going. But it's funny how there was an employee that was a year behind another employee. And yet this employee is making, what, I think it was $22 an hour. And that employee that was a year behind was $12.47. What? I think they said they were almost there 11 years, 10 years, something like that. I think it was 10 or 11 years. I think they said. And making $12.47. And her co-employee was making $22 an hour. And only been there a year longer. Doing the same job. Don't add up. Don't add up. And that person always started an issue with the person that was a year behind. Started a year behind. Always called an issue and said ignorant stuff. Made that other person cry. Constantly taking off work on paid time off. Oh no, man. But that person went above. That one person that went a year before that other person was going above and beyond. Barely taking off. Barely. Didn't go on vacations. The only time that person took off was from proof that they showed me was when they were really, really sick. Because even if they were sick, they didn't take off. Like, they would be kind of sick and still come to work. Still come to work. That's dedication, my friends. Dedication. And yet you treated that person like crap. And you're still treating that person like crap. But that person goes above and beyond. But that person can't make it because of bad weather, and you're going to rain down on that person. But yet other people taking off, and I don't see, and they tell me you're not raining down on them. I talk to everybody. I know everything. It ain't just about the government. It ain't just about, the senators and, news people and UFOs and so on and so forth that I know about. I know every little thing because I talk to people. I get out there and I make small talk, and then small talk turns into big talk, and then everything rains the heck in because they find out what I do. They're like, "Oh, you're that guy that does, you're a content creator, and you talk, and you go out and you tell the truth about everything." Yeah, I'm why. And then they tell me everything. What do you think of this? Would this show you something to talk about? Because something needs to be done. They're tired of being bullied. And you're bullying too, because you're more worried about a business. You're not worried about your employees. That's messed up. You're supposed to be worried about your employees, not just a business. You're an employee yourself. You think you're going to make it to the top just because you're in HR or whatever else you're in? That don't mean nothing. Start doing right. Start doing better, my friends, because at the end of the day, if a lawsuit comes and then it goes up higher, there's an investigation because Better Business Bureau hears about what you're doing. Now, a doctor's slip, let's talk about that for a job. A doctor's slip, you can get a doctor's note saying, hey, excuse this person, blah, 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 blah. If a job asks for any more information, that's a HIPAA violation. It's federal law. They don't trump federal law. That's a lawsuit there. So if you ever had to have a job that said, oh, we need information on why you went to a doctor, what for, blah, 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 because we need it for proof or whatever they excuse they give you, and you gave it to them, that's a lawsuit. Federal law just got broken. Truth. Look it up. Look up HIPAA. It goes for employers and all that. So they can't ask that. The only thing they can get is a doctor's excuse note saying this, because I know a person went to work, was working, had a piece of glass that must have been in the shoe, finally went up in the foot. 2 hours until the end of the day. That person had to leave because it was so painful and had to go get it removed. Doesn't tell that person for, God, I think it was 2-3 weeks until they called in about the bad weather and couldn't come in. Couldn't you give me a ride? No ride, like I said. And then all of a sudden, when that person goes to work, you bring that up. You can't bring that up. 2-3 weeks ago. St. Anne's, what is wrong with you? You need to fire these people and put people in that are going to do their job the right way and be good to their employees. Your employees, you keep losing. You keep firing your employees for bullcrap, when the problem is probably someone else that's causing the problem. But you want to fire them over that person because you favoritize them. What's wrong? Wake up. Remember, there is consequences even for you. And St. Anne's, the owner, I hope this gets to you, because that employee of yours is going to get a backlash for you. That HR employee is going to get a backlash against you. And the raising of food prices for your employees. I'm sorry, employees should be getting a discount. They work for you. They're busting their butt for you. They shouldn't have to pay a whole lot. Sounds like a scam to me. You get more money. And it comes out of their check. Excuse me, your employees are already being taxed. So why are you going to do them dirty? You can't keep employees if you're going to treat your employees crap. And eventually, if it keeps going, who's going to work for you then? If your HR keeps firing people for stupid little stuff, or because they favoritize this person, so we're going to fire the person that we believe we want to say is the problem. You keep firing everybody. Who you going to have to work for you? Because the more you do, the less people you're going to have work for you. And then I'm going to keep speaking out, and I'm going to reach around every every county of Pennsylvania, every county. Everybody's going to hear, and they ain't going to want to work for you. So if you want me to switch things over, and you can threaten me with a lawsuit, go ahead. Sue me. You won't get far. Understand this. I have lawyers too. And I'll tell you what, I'll pay top dollar to go against you. And then when you fail with your crappy lawyers, I'm going to turn that everything around and countersue you. So sue me. I welcome it. Anybody want to sue me, because I'll countersue you and win. And I will. I don't got a problem with it. I'm going to speak out. The people need to know the truth about you. You're a horrible place. You're spending money on these raffle things for these residents and whoever else, and you're spending money on brand new this, brand new that, and it's expensive stuff, not no cheap stuff. So how do you not have money to up your employees' wages so they keep coming in? Huh? Make sense? Come on, make it make sense, because I think I'm making sense. You're atrocious. It's disgusting. And you, the owner of St. Anne's, you're just as bad because you're allowing it to happen. All you worried about is lining your pockets. Look at that cash. I'm gonna get my fancy Gucci, Armani, and all this crap. Well, good things come to an end when things start going downhill, and eventually it's going to take a toll. And then you're going to lose your business. Especially an investigation happens and they find all kinds of things. And then that don't look good too. They'll shut it down, do a deeper investigation, lose employees because they're going to go somewhere else because they need to make money, right? That's why else you keep losing employees, because they find another job, the same job title, yet more money. That opens people when they, they're like, oh, I'm just going to browse here and see. Oh, what? I'm doing the same thing, and they're paying $19, $20 an hour. I'm making a measly 15, 16. Not even 16. Oh, yeah. Man, let me apply here and see if they'll hire, if they'll get back to me. See if they would be willing to hire me. And then watch, they come. You got that much experience? How much are you getting paid? Wait, what? No, you're supposed to be getting paid this. Yeah, we'll hire you. We'll take you. Every job, man. I'm telling you, people need the money to survive in this world. And that's what sucks. Because that's not how it's supposed to be. Is you're slave working for chump change. You're not getting paid for what you're worth. Stop going to a job that's underpaying when there's other jobs that are paying more because it's the right amount of money. It's what you're worth. You as a people are worth more because you're a human being that needs to survive. End of story, my friends. Like, come on. Look anywhere. They're getting paid triple than what you're getting paid in Pennsylvania because Pennsylvania is a corrupted state. I mean, every state has their corruption. I mean, I understand that, but Pennsylvania is the crooked. Most jails, and you're throwing people in jail for stupid little crap. Stupid little crap that you could just write a summons and that's it. Let them pay a little fine. But your fines are outrageous, man. Look at this. You get, say you parked in a non-parking area or here you go. The street cleaners are coming. Well, what if I work third shift? I'm tired. I come home and I'm going to sleep. How you expect me to get up and then you're going to ticket me $20, $25? And then, if I don't pay it in a certain amount of time, it gets up to here because now you got to go to court. Now it's $100, $200 and some dollars. What? Sometimes even almost $300, I think. How are they going to pay their mortgage or rent? How are they going to pay their bills? How are they going to put gas in their car? How are they going to feed their family? You're complaining that people are on welfare. You are the cause that they're on welfare. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. It's ridiculous. You're the reason that people are on the street, why they're on welfare, why they're on this, why they're on that. You are the cause. You are. End of story. That's why I said, people, it's time to step up and fight. And it ain't just the government, it's these companies that are ridiculous, that need to be shut down, or new ownership of someone that's going to care and treat their employees right, make sure their employees are treated right by HR, by other people. Bullying goes from schools to jobs. It ain't just in a school. It's not. It goes everywhere. Grow up. Grow up. Stop the bullying. I don't care how many people write bad comments on here or nothing. I don't care. I'm going to laugh at you. You're a joke. Because you can't grow up. You're a child. If you got to bully somebody else because you're having a bad day, or you don't believe in my opinion or that person's opinion, you think you got to speak up and be a Karen and no. Have fun. Because you ain't going to get a reaction out of me. I'm just going to laugh. I'm probably going to show it to everybody too on here. I'm going to screenshot it and make sure it's on here for everybody to see. Because I don't tolerate bullying and it don't affect me. It don't. Remember, everybody, stand up, stand your ground. You need to make it. You need to survive. And to do that, we all got to stand up and get rid of these people that are taking that away from us and trying to end us or whatever and take control. Have a nice day.